Today we're going to be making beef olives. Don't worry, no olives were harmed in the making of this video, because, tricky enough, they don't even contain olives. Essentially what this is steak wrapped around sausage that's been stuffed with bacon. And if you watched any of my other videos, then maybe you remember, I love meat inside of meat wrapped in meat dishes. Well, next level, this time it's gonna be cooked in red wine. What we're gonna need for this is 4 pieces of thinly sliced steak, a stuffing, but we'll get back to that later, 2 onions, carrots, 300 ml of red wine, 300 ml of beef stock, and a few tablespoons of olive oil. So let's get started rolling. I left my sausage recipe below, but you can really get creative here. Growing up in Canada, I had never heard of beef olives, but it turns out this dish dates back to the Middle Ages. Apparently, all of this debacle is a misinterpretation of the French word alouette, which means lark or small bird, because that's kind of what these look like when they come out of the oven. But whoever was taking down the recipe was like, nah, I know French, and people have just gone with it ever since. I've got my oil getting nice and hot in the pan, and I'm cutting my carrots and onions thick and chunky. So let's see if these birds can fry. Now, when you put your meat in the pan and you want to flip it, if it's sticking, you don't force the meat. You wait. It will give in good time. And you'll be rewarded for it because you won't break the skin of it, and the skin's going to be sealed and amazing. You just have a little bit of patience. Alright, so I'm going to add my onions and my carrots now. And I'm going to put my heat down to a little bit lower. What I'm going to try to accomplish is not having my beef olives on the very bottom of the pot. So I'm going to spread my vegetables to the bottom. So you can see there is a little bit of color that's developing on the vegetables. But the best part is that you have this beautiful film on the bottom of the pan. That's from the seared meat. When we add our wine, that's going to remove all these delicious bits and put it into the sauce. And next I'm going to add our beef stock. I'm just going to put these a little bit further up so that they're about half submerged and just having a good time on top of the vegetables. Yay! So, everybody's now involved in this situation. I am going to put the lid on my dish and put it into the oven at 170 degrees Celsius for 2.5 hours. We'll see you then. Oh, wow. So to serve them, I'm just going to put them out onto a platter. And of course, the next step is to cut the barber's twine off of them. Alright, and I'm just going to serve this with the wonderful chunky vegetables that we put into the stew as well. The best thing is that you really can do all the prep work in advance if you're having dinner and just pop it in the oven a couple of hours while you're cleaning up and prepping for the company. And there you have it. Beef olives. Who knew? Good for special occasions or any time. Let's eat.